Welcome back to our channel. We are crypto focused right here at Money 2020, focusing on absolutely everything for the past 3 days, from traditional finance to CFI to Web3 to AI to IT solutions, and of course, centralized finance in this one building, right? Amsterdam, here in the Netherlands. And you know something? The underlying conversation is how to receive payments, how to send payments, end to end. And once in a while, you get a company that allows you to receive, another company that allows you to send the payment, a company that makes the hardware, a company that makes the dashboard, the token, and you put them all together. That's Neurogine. One company that does it all. How are you doing, Owen?
I'm doing very well. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time. And we're actually neighbors. His booth is like right behind us, and we've been looking at everything he does. And 5 minutes ago, I walked up. What was his name? Seth. I walked up to Seth. I'm like, Seth, can you put into one line all you guys do? And he kept looking at me, and it was even difficult for him. You guys do so much. You have so many products, from the hardware to the software to the dashboard. You make it a genuine end-to-end. I just go to you and you provide everything. So let's start from the top. Whenever I look at your product list and selection, which is the one that you would say, hey, this is the one you should know about?
Well, the bank services always want to be safe. They're very risk-averse nature. So when we talking to the bank, they want to know how safe it is, how reliable it is, how honest it is, how transparent it is. So the technology evolved so much in the past 10 to 15 years. So we come to the point that we need to combine the software, the security in the hardware. So that's one piece. Then then some of the customers says, why can I do the software and the security on my own devices? So we have two ends. One on the bank devices, like the ATM machines, the terminal payment terminals at the merchant side, to all the way the personal devices owned by the own personal phone. So that's where you need to put the software and the security on the bank devices, and another end is software and security on the private devices. So this is where we try to work very hard how to achieve this both end, and finally we actually put them together. So we have a hardware, we have a non-hardware. We have a physical card and a virtual cards. You have physical services and the virtual services. So all these things is actually in the whole palette in our offering. Sounds very complicated, but when we sell it, we sell it. Which one you want? You want the bank system owned by the bank, or you want one to be very private, owned by yourself, very personal, very private, and you still give you the equal securities and your payment services.
That's impressive. Yes. Talk to me about the token. Where does that come into play?
Right. So token has been around for more than 12 years. Most token today are very much a single domain, single company, single entity. You can't cross it. You can't inter entity.
Yeah.
So and there are many standards of tokens. Even the Bitcoin is actually a token.
Exactly.
Right. So that tokens is very much is a company token standard. And like Ethereum has its own standard of tokens, and so does the 8,000 cryptocurrencies tokens. But the token that we do is very much tied to like verifications of the transactions. It's no longer who are you, it's more about token, what you do with it, okay, where you do about it, and what's the purpose of doing about it. So all these things token must tie to the behavior and the purpose of the transactions. And the token that allow to move from one bank to another bank, so all banks will recognize this token format. So the token that we're talking about, the standard is called FIDO2.
Yeah.
So that is the first step.
Okay.
So most of the token that we see is very much a silo. We want to make a common place that is become a giant transaction for everyone can transact the token.
Yeah. That's very good. Now, your booth here at Money 20, you have a bunch of hardware as well. Where does that fit into the picture? Can you come to your, and let's be honest, a lot of people walk past your booth. What's the pitch? How do you pull them in?
Right. So we have many queries, the banks, that the devices is out the customer place. Yeah. Sometimes they can't even track where the devices currently exist.
Exactly.
So they need to send people to go and track it. Is it still exists? Are they still using it? So this a lot of labor force to go in there to check the stock, the inventory, and how active they are. So now we says that the devices they're offering to you, that we can actually manage it in the single dashboard,
Okay.
where you can segregate whether it's by device type, whether it's a vending machine device type, whether it's the attended devices or unattended devices. Unattended devices with vending machines, EV charging.
Yes.
The attended devices will be go to the shop, the cashier holding the device, those has got attended devices.
Exactly.
So that is why we're going to solve for the bank that can remotely can track and also can solve whether how active the device is using. Because the device carries many services.
Exactly.
It has buy now, pay later, installment base, tips, split bills. So you want to know all the services are running today.
And what's being used the most.
Yes. So typically today, what the bank offering them, they can't measure to the software level. They only can measure to the transaction level and whether it's turned on or turned off. That's about it.
Okay.
But then the next thing is, whenever problem with devices, especially remote area, hilltop mountains, very far away, remote
Yep.
area, those people don't understand how to use the device. So we make it sort of called a remote diagnostic or self-diagnostics.
Mm-hmm.
So that remote diagnostics, self-diagnostics help our banks reduce 80% of their support costs.
80%.
Yes,
Wow.
got 1,000 calls they call, only 200 calls they need to serve on site.
Okay.
800 of the cases can be resolved remotely through our remote diagnostic and self-diagnostics talking to the, we call it device management platform.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Now, you're trying to branch out. Obviously, it was an investment for you to be here in the Netherlands in the Europe actual show.
Mhm.
The Europe show is a global show. So where are you trying to branch out to?
We felt that we have a very acceptable product and people are demanding product in South Asia. We felt that the problem we're facing in South Asia, maybe we have the similar problems outside South Asia, particularly in Europe.
Yeah.
So we know the labor costs are escalating, not just in Europe, but also in South Asia.
Everywhere.
Everyone trying to reduce the cost, everyone trying to use a system to reduce the cost or increase the profit margin, especially for the call center, outsourced call centers to the banks. So we felt what we felt in South Asia. We think we can offer a similar good package in terms of scalabilities, in terms of adaptabilities, in terms of cost, most importantly. So we felt that we just want to test ourselves, is it right fit in Europe? That's why we are here.
If it's the right fit in Europe. That's impressive. I like how you said that. You just don't want to just come in and sell. You want to test out if it's the right fit. And if it is the right fit, what's the next step?
Well, right fit, then we believe local partners is the right way to come into this market.
Yeah.
It's a win-win model.
Yeah.
We definitely solve the local business way of conducting a business.
Exactly.
We don't worry about taxation. We don't worry about labor law. We just have to push our technology and make sure they understand how to deploy into their own market space.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, in a nutshell, they're trying to expand to the local markets using local resellers, making sure that they understand the market and they understand your technology that makes whatever it is they're doing in their market easier, more secure. And it was very interesting how only 200 calls need to be solved. 800 of them can be done remotely through your actual software, through your platform. This is integration. This is innovation at its best. When you can actually solve literally 80% of your issues remotely without the need of support. And this is what Neurogine is providing.
Correct. Yes.
That's
We're
wonderful.
trying to make sure everyone wins. All right. Customer no more frustrations. Then continue to get the payments. They serve the customers. Banks continue to expand their transactions. Local partners with common value adding what's needs for the banks, and most importantly, it meets the bank standard, which is security.
That's how we're gonna end this, Owen. He wants to make sure everybody wins. I could not have said that better.
Right.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for being such a great neighbor
Thank
to
you
us.
very much, yes.
And it was a pleasure sitting down with you. We're Crypto Focus. This is Owen from Neurogine. And we were live right here from Money 2020.